Hi, everybody. I'm Barbara. I'm a compulsive overeater, bulimic. I weigh and measure 3 meals a day, turn it over to my sponsor, and I don't eat no matter what. And absence is the most important thing. For me, it's the food, the food, the food. It's about community and it's about connection. And then we all get to figure out how we want to live in our abstinence, how we want to do abstinence, and what feels right. And I just got off of another meeting. I was doing the original Cambridge meeting where I got abstinent in Cambridge. It's not a part of this meeting, but that is the message that I heard, that just put down the food, get a sponsor, make calls, go to meetings. That was it. Nothing else was required. It was not required to do the 12 steps. It was not required to get on my knees. It was not required for me to believe in anything other than have a belief that this food plan works because it works for us. And that's what I needed. And that's what I still need today. Basic stuff. I'm not here to get good. That was what I was told in Cambridge because I was very sick and suffering. And most of all, I felt bad and I had so much shame and so much hiding. I did not know I had so much disassociation. Um, I was shut down. And why? I picked up the food at 5. And we're all here. We're garden variety addicts, just like we all have different weights. We all have different personalities. Some people lose weight very quickly in gray sheet. Some people absolutely have a hard time. It doesn't make a difference. I don't believe that if you eat, slim and light, that you're not going to gain weight. Everybody's different. And so for me, a number is not how I want to be abstinent by that number. I want freedom. I want to feel comfortable in my own skin. I want to feel healthy. And the truth is, if you want to be on the gray sheet and eat really unhealthy, you can do that too. And if you want to eat white and light, and if you want to eat greasy or puffed out in a microwave, or you can roast and whatever. That's what the message here is, how I just stay abstinent. And also, for me, it's really a day at a time. Like I'm just want to be in the middle of the herd. I'm not almighty, I know we say our abstinent date, for me it's just a day at a time. I don't know if I'll be dead tomorrow, but my abstinent date is May 14th, 2015. So I'll come back. I'll be on 11 years coming back, 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 back. A lot of people here didn't have to come back. They've been absent for a long time. Not my story. Um, I went out for a year and it was the worst year of my life after being 12 and a half years abstinent. I did not pick up the food. I picked up a drug, and that was after a surgery I had. Needless to say, that I took that first lie and I lied and I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody in my other programs. So we're only as sick as our secrets, and we could be abstinent in gray sheet and be sick in our secrets too. Like we don't know what's going on. The only thing I know is what I weighed and measured today, what my food's going to look like, and and I will be going out to dinner tonight. So I will take care of business. But what I found in this program is that um, being abstinent is amazing. I am not a person that like goes to this deep power inside of me and says, or outside of me to say, help me, help me. That doesn't work for this addict here. This is such an inside job. This is me telling me you were effing dumb and I got abstinent. And I'm all over the place because I got a message about my grandson. So it wasn't that good. But what I want to say is that going out and what 1 year of not being abstinent, where I was, first of all, you pick up where you left off. And for me, picking up the drug, picking up the drink, I'm talking about a lot of drugs. I'm talking about a lot of drinking, and I'm talking about a lot of eating and back to my bulimia like that. I was in my, I'm 68 now. I was 11 years ago. Do the math. It doesn't feel good having an older body and doing that kind of damage. And having my own business, having grown children, having a husband, nobody had ever seen me wasted. And the quantities for me, I'm a quantity eater. Um, I'm a bulimic, so I knew how to stretch my stomach out and eat thousands and thousands of calories and throw it up. Why? Because I didn't want to get fat. Why did I not want to get fat? Where I grew up. Somehow, if you get fat, you won't be loved. End of story. Started off at 5, started sneaking, hiding, blaming my twin sister. Never could diet. Drugs were a very big part of my diet, of my life too. I just have to say, yeah, I was high functioning, but I lied about everything. Bulimia, for anybody who's bulimic, you're secretive, you lie. That was my bulimia because I could hide. Um, and hiding's been a very big part of my story. God forbid you find out who I am, what I've done. Who's going to love me? Like, who comes into the world like that? A lot of us. But we have a solution here. It's very simple. It works. I don't know how it works. To be honest, I really don't. All I know is that I always say I got knocked over the head. Like, boom, 1 minute I was eating, and the next minute I stopped. And going back to that year where I had done Molly, I had done, well, we call it ecstasy. I was doing coke, running up my business, self-employed, pretending, hiding, hiding, hiding. And you too can kind of look good trying to, puke and look at my weight. That's the insanity. And what happened was coming back, I called a gray sheeter, wasted out of my mind. Gallon of the frozen stuff. I microwaved it, poured a half a bottle of vodka in. Maybe I was doing gummies. I don't remember. I was so wasted. I called her up. I said, "Oh, I want to be absent on the gray sheet." And I woke up the next day. She said, "Why don't you call me in the morning?" And I woke up the next day. Everything was gone. I got abstinent, I got sober and clean. So, like, how did that work? And trust me, I did not ask God to help me. My God is my dog. Um, I do the steps according to what feels comfortable to me. I do the steps of life. For me, I found the 12 steps to be very hard, punitive for me. And I didn't even grow up in a religious home. So, what I got from Cambridge and always, we're here for the food. And it's really about the steps of life on how you want to get better and how you want to live in abstinence. And almost 11 years later, I got a good life. We all have stuff, changes, growth spurts. Just a lot of us have really complicated stuff going on in our lives. But the beautiful thing is, I weigh and measure my food. For me, there is no way I can stay abstinent if I don't have a community, if I don't have hundreds of people that I know are in my court. And that's because I have to show up.
That's
Um,
10, Barbara.
thanks. Whoops. did you say, do I have 1 minute left or am I? Oh, thanks, thanks, Stacy. So why I'm abstinent. First of all, I live in the Boston area, so I got GreySheeters around the block for me. I got a beautiful community, sisters and brothers. I need you guys. I don't care. I don't go to AA for Gray Sheet. That's me. Because I hit an AA and ate my guts out. I go to Gray Sheet because we do something very, very different, our hand to mouth addiction. So I need to be in the middle of the herd. I'm not better than, I'm not less than. I do service where I'm comfortable. I don't do service where I just don't do service. I'm not a computer person. I hate the computer. I love sponsoring people. We all get to find out what we like here. There's some people in Gray Sheet who don't sponsor. That doesn't mean they're not going to eat. They're just crappy sponsors. What I find is that everybody has a different personality. And for me, it's about kindness and gentleness. I kick the crap out of myself for so long. I don't have to do that anymore. And I guess I want to really end with how I love my food. Let me count the ways. I, where in the world can I say to most of the people here, I love my, and I'm not going to swear, I love my food. You get it. And it's delicious. And it's freedom. I don't eat light on the gray sheet. For me, I'm comfortable with my weight. This is not about my number. I can't live like that because that is like, for me to be consumed over a few pounds is like not spiritual for me. It's like kick yourself in the ass. We all find our place. I have some sponsees that have a hard time losing weight because of physical, physical things that go on. Age, drugs, medications. I am not here. When I hear people who say, oh, I'm gaining weight in gray sheet, because there's something going on. And listen, I am so not here to beat up anybody or tell anybody how to do anything. I'm just trying to figure out what I need to do. So I just love, love, love this program. It's almost like an honor to be here. Like, where in the world can I be on a screen and tell people I feel really crappy, but I'm going to weigh and measure my food? Or I'm having anxiety, or I don't like, my husband's going through big changes with his memory, very hard living a different and a new life. And yeah, stuff happens all the time. But everything, the irony is, and I'll end here, the thing that I had no control of in my life, I have control over. Why? Because I weigh and measure my food. I know what I'm eating. I love to cook. I love chopping. I love shopping. And I have a pretty busy and full life. But those 3 meals, reading my New Yorker or watching Netflix with my chopsticks in my beautiful bowl with my dog. It's my dog. My dog and my food, and then everybody else I love. So I'll end there. Thanks.